to this Nick Ross here with Body of Legends. This is going to be my top 6 Olympia predictions, okay, who I think is going to be in the top 6. So I'm going to start with first place and then go all the way up to 6th place. So number 1, Phil Heath. I really don't think anyone's going to beat this guy. I mean, this guy is at his all-time best. He's completely prime. He's actually moving up in weight as he's prepping for this show. I think he's only started cutting down now, you know, of course, being 1 week out. But, you know, he started at about 260, and the guy's body weight went up to 270. So he actually grew into the show. So he's growing right now. So, I mean, shoulders, chest, the roundness, the fullness, the muscle bellies. I mean, unless he comes in off, really don't think anybody can beat him, you know. Like, if he comes in at 90% and someone's at 100, then yeah, you know, he might, you know, be beaten, but even him not at his best. I mean, it's still pretty hard to beat, but I still have him at number 1. Number 2, Greene. This guy, man, monster. You know, the guy is only like this height. I'm about 5'9.5". He's about this height, so he's like 5'8". But what? The amount of muscle that he fits on his frame for 5'8" is ridiculous. This guy is a freak. He's like 280. He's bigger than Phil, shorter than Phil, but of course he has more of a thicker waist, so it takes away from his structure. You know, unless, like I said, unless Phil comes in off, you know, if Phil's at 90% and Kai is at his full 100, brings in the conditioning with the size, with the fullness, with the roundness, you know, brings in great detail, then might be able to sneak in and beat Phil. You know, it can happen. I mean, you can't rule the guy out. The guy has the body parts to beat Phil. But, you know, Phil at 100, I mean, he's pretty much untouchable. But if Kai's at 100, Phil's at 95, 90, then, you know, Kai can sneak in and take that title. But for now, he's in number 2. Number 3, it is pretty difficult. I actually had number 3 juggling between Dennis, Sean, and Dexter. I mean, those guys are just prime. You know, I'm still thinking in my head right now who's going to be number 3, but I'm going to have to say Dennis Wolf. I mean, this guy is just... The only thing he's missing, in my opinion, of course, we all know he doesn't have calves. I think he tore his calves a few years ago or something like that. He has some type of calf injury. So he can't exactly train calves optimally, I guess you can say, but they're lacking. They're lacking hugely. And I think that will definitely prevent him from taking a title. For the past year and a half, 2 years, he's bringing a very good conditioning, and he looks like he's getting better. At the Arnold, freaking amazing, okay? I mean, he just blew away the competition. The guy is big, man, structure-wise. When he does his front double bicep, man, I mean, arms are separated, waist is small. Yo, I mean, like I say, I mean, if Kai comes in off and Dennis is at 100, he can beat Kai and place second. So, you know, any of the placements can switch depending on if someone's off and someone's on. You know, someone can sneak in and take a higher placing, or if someone's off, they can fall behind. So these places can definitely juggle. But Dennis I have in 3rd place. 4th place is going to be Sean Roden. So it's going to be kind of like a repeat of 2013 in my opinion. But Sean Roden, I mean, he's looking pretty good. He broke his foot earlier in the year around, what, April, May, something like that. He broke his foot. So, you know, that might have hurt him a little bit with leg size because, of course, a broken foot, you can't really squat now, can you? You can't squat. You can't leg press. You may be able to do leg extensions and leg curls. But, you know, I think it depends. I mean, he might have gone down a little bit in legs. I'm not like sure. I haven't seen his physique since the injury. But, you know, if he brings in the same physique, then I have him in 4th place. But again, if he's on and Dennis is off, then I can switch. It definitely can, because he's a man that has flawless physique, man. I mean, flawless. The guy's amazing. So, like I said, man, if he's on and Dennis is off, or if Dennis and Kai is off, man, he can sneak in and take number 2. But for now, I have him in 4th. Number 5, I have Dexter Jackson. This guy, man, I mean, you know, he put on a lot of weight, you know, he really has. For this offseason, he dieted for the whole year, you know, did not deviate from his diet. This guy went up to, first of all, he's like, what, 5'6", 5'7", so he's shorter than Kai. He's like, you know, like here to me. You know, this is his head top. So he's a short guy. So, you know, for someone like him to go up to 265, I mean, he's put on at least 10 pounds in the last year from this off season. So he's going to come in bigger. Well, according to him, he's going to come in bigger. So, of course, structurally, I mean, the guy's waist is just small. He has a perfect V-taper, perfect. Big shoulders, small waist, sweeping quads. He has every element that you need. So, 10 pounds of his physique, you know, it'll definitely help him. And like I say, man, if any guy is off, Dexter can destroy them because this guy brings in conditioning, okay? He has what you call a fast metabolism. I mean, he burns fat like that. So conditioning isn't an issue for him. Fullness isn't an issue for him. But if he could put on 10 pounds on his physique and maintain his structure, then, man, he could take the show. He could take the show. But for now, I have him in 5th. Yeah. 6th place. 6th place was very difficult to, you know, predict. You have great guys, man. You have Victor Martinez. You have Juan Morel making his debut. You know, you have Steve Kuclo, who's bigger than ever. You have Big Ramy, man. Damn, but, you know, 6th place, you know, I'm going to have to give it to Victor. I really have. I mean, you know, Victor has turned back the hands of time. You know, if you don't know, I mean, he ended up in prison. He lost all his weight. I think he dropped like 80 pounds. He just put it back on within a year and a half, so he's bigger than ever. He pretty much maintained his structure. You know, legs are back. Arms are back, man, separated. He's bringing conditioning, man. I was watching a training video of him like a week ago. The dude is in condition, all right? He is conditioned. So, I have him in 6. He might be able to beat Dexter, but I really don't see him placing any higher than top 5. I really can't see it because, you know, losing all the weight and putting it back on, it looks like it's kind of, you know, gave him a type of Palumboism. I don't know if you know what Palumboism is. Like, he still has the structure, he still has it, but not like how he did back in 2007 or 2008, man. Like, those are his prime years, and he just doesn't look the same. So, taking a Sandow, placing top 5, it'll be very difficult, but, you know, he has the size. So, like I say, man, these guys can juggle. They really can, depending on who comes in on, who comes in off. It can juggle. Like, these guys can just go from like 4th to 5th to 6th to 10th to, I mean, you never know. Like, it really depends how good they come in. But, you know, like I said, man, Phil 1st, Kai 2nd, Dennis 3rd, Sean Roden 4th, Dexter 5th, and Victor's gonna be 6th. My prediction, my opinion. If you have a different opinion of top 6, leave the comment down below. Let me know what you think, alright? This has been Nick Ross here, guys, Body of Legends. Tune in to next time. Thank you all so much. I'll give you a shot. Boom. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
I wanna run to you and get away. I wanna hide with you, but I can't escape. They say it's your own choice. Can you hear me?